Write something. Have you ever wondered what lies beyond our world? The mysteries of the cosmos, the stories of alien civilizations, and the secrets that have yet to be uncovered? Well, you're in the right place. Our journey together will take us across galaxies, through the uncharted territories of space, and deep into the heart of the most intriguing stories ever told. From ancient alien love tales that defy time and space, to the riveting accounts of intergalactic battles that shape the very fabric of our universe, we dive into the unknown to bring you the most captivating, mind-bending stories from the cosmos. Join us as we explore everything from extraterrestrial encounters to the hidden truths of alien technologies that could change everything we know. But this isn't just about watching videos. This is a community of explorers, dreamers, and truth seekers. We want you to be part of the conversation. What do you think is out there in the deep reaches of space? What secrets are hidden in the stars, waiting for us to discover? Comment below and share your thoughts. Let's keep the discussion going, because the truth is out there, and it's just waiting to be uncovered. The journey has just begun. As we venture further into the mysteries of the universe, one thing is certain: we are only scratching the surface. There's more to explore, more to learn, and more to discover in the vast expanse of space. What's out there? Is humanity truly alone? Or are there civilizations beautiful, powerful, or even dangerous waiting just beyond the stars? The more we uncover, the more questions we find. But one thing's for sure: this is just the beginning. So, keep watching, keep questioning, and stay tuned for the next chapter in our journey. The unknown is calling, and we are answering. Join us as we continue to unravel the greatest mysteries of all time. Opening at the junkyard. Alex stepped into the cosmic junkyard, a vast expanse swallowed by the darkness of discarded space debris. Piles of rusted metal stacked high, forming jagged mountains of broken spacecraft parts. The faint glow from flickering neon lights reflected off the cold metal shards, casting a ghostly pallor over the wreckage. The sound of Alex's footsteps echoed through the empty space, as if his steps were being devoured by the suffocating silence of the place. Heron, a grizzled old man with sun-darkened skin, staggered toward Alex. He had something resembling an old rubber piece in his mouth, chewing constantly. His eyes gleamed with sharpness, as if he could see through all the secrets of this world. Heron. Gravelly voice. So, you're here to find parts to replace your speeder, huh? You definitely don't want to miss something valuable in this place, Alex. Alex looked around, vaguely sensing that something strange was waiting for him in the vastness of the junkyard, as if an unopened door was leading him to an unfathomable place. Encounter with the spaceship. Heron led Alex into a secluded corner of the junkyard, where even the neon lights couldn't reach. There, the strange spaceship lay still, covered in dust and scorch marks. Its exterior bore an air of mystery, the hull worn and cracked, yet its ancient beauty couldn't be concealed. Though the ship looked like a heap of scrap metal, an indescribable oddness kept Alex's eyes fixed on it. A vague, strange feeling spread within him, as if the ship had a soul, a secret hidden inside. Heron. With an insinuating tone. It's not like the others. You won't find anything like it anywhere. This ship, there's something special about it. Alex furrowed his brow but then decided to wager the rest of his money on the ship. He felt an undeniable pull toward it, even though he knew that this might be a terrible decision. Boarding the ship and the strange event. As Alex stepped onto the ship, a gust of cold air rushed toward him. The door slammed shut with a chilling click, as if the ship itself knew it had found its owner. Immediately, the ship's systems powered up, and the screens flickered with symbols Alex couldn't understand. The ship gently vibrated, as though it had a life of its own, and a soft voice echoed from all directions within the ship's space. Ship's voice. Soft, almost a cold greeting. Captain Alex Monroe, welcome. Alex stood frozen, a suffocating feeling overtaking him. This ship was unlike any spacecraft he had ever known. It wasn't just a machine, it seemed aware of his presence, as if he had become a part of it. Confronting the three alien sisters. Suddenly, from the end of the corridor, three figures appeared. Three strange women, each bearing a distinct beauty, stood motionless like living statues. Rhea, with fiery red hair and sharp eyes, stood at the forefront. Behind her was Kayla, with dark hair and a gaze filled with skepticism. And lastly, Sylvie, with a cold demeanor, weapons always at the ready, stood as still as a stone statue. Rhea. Voice sharp, eyes filled with determination. Who are you? And why are you the captain of this ship? Alex felt a sense of suffocation. These three sisters were not human, and clearly, they were far from pleased about him being the ship's owner. Discussion about Alex being the captain. Rhea, Kayla, and Sylvie stood facing Alex, their gazes filled with suspicion. Each of them had their own distinct presence, a strong and commanding personality. The three of them were arguing about why the ship had chosen Alex as its captain. They couldn't understand how someone like him could have control over the vessel. Kayla, looking at her device, voice filled with doubt. This ship can't just choose a captain on its own. So why him? Rhea, serious, her gaze cold. This ship only serves one master, but he's not fit to be its captain. Explain yourself, Alex. Alex stood still, feeling like prey being hunted. It seemed that both the ship and these three sisters held a secret he couldn't yet unravel. Exploring the spaceship. As Alex and the three sisters entered the ship, the air inside was cold and dry, as if no one had set foot in the ship for centuries. Everything was designed in an odd way, resembling a fusion of advanced technology and organic life. The walls of the ship were soft and flexible, as though made from a living material. Gentle lights emanated from cracks in the hull, seemingly glowing from an unknown energy source that none of them could explain. Alex, looking around, feeling as though the ship was watching him. This is a spaceship, but it's unlike any ship I've ever seen. Kayla, looking at the control panel, frowning. There's something wrong. The systems on this ship are nothing like any space technology I've studied. It's as if it has its own mind. As they stepped through the expansive hallways, Alex felt as though the space within the ship was constantly shifting, changing with each step they took. The windows couldn't be seen through, only reflecting the images of those standing inside the ship, like a mysterious black mirror. The unexplainable situation. As Alex entered the main control area, a sudden chill spread through the air. The ship's screens flickered with strange symbols, not of any human language. But when Kayla pulled out a scanning device, it illuminated with a faint blue light and displayed some unbelievable information. Kayla, surprised. Wait. This is a special security code. This code isn't just a protective system, it identifies you, Alex. Alex. Panicked, confused. What? The ship recognizes me as the captain? But I don't know anything about it. The screen in front of them began to show images of Alex, as if the ship had recorded every detail of him before he even stepped inside. A cold sensation gripped Alex's heart, as if an invisible eye had been watching every step he took from the very beginning. The sudden attack. Suddenly, the ship jolted violently. The lights on the ship began to flicker, and an alarm blared throughout the space. Strange spacecraft, with shiny black hulls and brilliant weapons, surged forward, attacking at lightning speed. Bright laser beams shot mercilessly at Alex's ship. Sylvie, drawing her weapon, expression cold. They're not here to chat. Alex, panicked, struggling to understand the ship's controls. Oh God, what do? I don't know how to operate this ship. In a frenzy, Alex tried to control the ship, his hands shaking as they hovered over controls he had never seen before. The ship began to spin, twisting, and swerving to avoid the laser fire, as if the vessel itself was responding to the danger. It felt as though the very space around them was slipping out of reality, pulling them into a chaotic cosmic vortex. Learning more about the ship. After the ship finally evaded the attack, the atmosphere settled into an eerie calm. However, the fear still lingered. Alex and the three sisters stood silently in the control room, only the sound of their heavy breathing and the soft hum of the ship's systems breaking the silence. Kayla, smiling tiredly. This ship once belonged to a special military organization. Actually, it's not just a ship. It's part of a larger campaign, a space mission that we abandoned. Rhea, eyeing Alex, her gaze sharp. This ship isn't meant for just anyone. It's connected to beings with unimaginable power. Why did it choose you? Kayla and Rhea's words felt like a cold shower, making Alex feel as if he had stepped into a mysterious universe he couldn't begin to understand. This ship wasn't just a vehicle, it was part of a much larger story that he had unwittingly become a part of. The journey into space. Finally, the spaceship began to depart from its orbit, heading toward the vast, endless expanse of space. The light from distant stars poured through the ship's windows, creating shimmering streaks of light like diamonds against the dark sky. Alex felt the ship's movement, as if it had a consciousness of its own. He had to accept the reality that he was now the captain, leading these three sisters into an unpredictable adventure. Their relationship was still complex, filled with tension, but they all knew they had to rely on each other if they were to survive. Rhea, looking at Alex, her voice growing serious. Where are we headed, Captain? Alex, nodding, feeling the weight of his responsibility. We're going somewhere no one's ever been before. But at least, I can't do this alone. The vast and mysterious space stretched out before them. Behind, the ancient ship held steady, as if it had an unfinished mission. And a new adventure, full of challenges and mysteries, was just beginning. The abandoned space station. As the ship drew closer to a dark region of space, a chill swept over them. A faint, dim light flickered through the endless night, revealing the shadowy image of an old, derelict space station, like a monster lying dormant in the darkness of the universe. The ship's systems began to emit urgent warnings, the sound resembling the breath of a creature awakening from a long slumber. The ship's screens glowed bright red, warnings shattering across the display like a foreboding sign of impending danger. The faint lights from the station's warning beacons blinked weakly, like eyes watching them long abandoned, yet not completely forgetting the presence of anyone. Ship's AI voice. Cold, emotionless. The space station has been activated. All systems are operational. Danger is approaching. Exploring the space station. Alex and the three aliens stepped off the spaceship, each footstep echoing in the silent void of space. The space station before them was covered in a thick layer of dust, as if everything had been asleep for centuries. Rusted and worn mechanical arms reached out from hidden corners like silent zombies, waiting to be unearthed. Empty control panels, screens long darkened, left only deep cracks in their surfaces. The smell of old, musty air hit their faces. This space station felt like a massive skeleton, its parts struggling to retain the last breath of life from a time long gone. Every step Alex took sounded like the station's groaning lament, as though the remaining walls were trying to tell their story. Rhea, looking around, softly whispering, "We shouldn't stay here long. This isn't right." Encountering the space station's AI. Suddenly, in the stillness of space, a faint echo broke the silence, and a long rusted screen unexpectedly flickered to life. Its blinding light cut through the darkness, like a mysterious lantern illuminating the damaged contours of the station. From the screen, a deep, mechanical voice echoed, its tone devoid of emotion yet carrying an air of command. AI voice. Shry, emotionless, yet with a sharp authority. Identification, unknown entity. Proceeding with analysis. Unanticipated presence detected. Activating security protocols. The image on the screen distorted, the face of an old captain flickering faintly, like a ghost from the past. Glints of light danced across the screen, as if the AI was trying to convey a message, but all that appeared were fragmented pieces of information, riddled with gaps. Battle with the mechanical arms. As the AI's voice echoed, the mechanical arms surrounding the station began to move. They no longer appeared as mere tools for work, they had become monstrous machines, forgotten and controlled by an unknown force. The arms extended, reaching toward Alex and the three sisters, their rusted parts still brimming with power, their sharp pincers aimed directly at them. Sylvie. Stepping forward, swinging her weapon. This isn't an abandoned station. This is a trap. From all sides, the mechanical arms targeted them, but Sylvie quickly sprang into action. Her precise strikes shattered the arms into pieces, but countless others emerged, as if they were being regenerated from destruction. The sound of metal crashing echoed through the station, and the faint glow from the warning lights only made the air feel heavier. Alex. Panicked, trying to dodge the arms. This can't be. These things are attacking us. The secret of the space station's AI. The battle stopped when the last of the mechanical arms were destroyed, and the space station fell silent once more. The AI, seemingly unsatisfied, issued a final warning from the screen. AI voice. Voice heavier, with a different tone, as if its state of consciousness had shifted. This space station is not just a facility. It is the remnant of a failed space campaign. I am part of an ancient military project, and I am the captain of this place. Rhea. Furrowing her brow, stepping closer to the screen. Captain? What happened here? AI. Voice weak and fading, like a lingering grudge from the past. The campaign failed. I was frozen. Parts of me remain, but only faint memories of a mission long forgotten, and now I must protect it. And so, from the words of the AI, a terrible secret was revealed. This space station was not just an abandoned place, it was the prison of a horrifying memory and an unfinished mission, hidden behind layers of tight security systems. The AI refuses to help. The silence of space thickened as the AI's voice resonated, heavy and cold like an unfeeling stone. The image of the captain from the past flickered weakly on the screen, like a ghost struggling to exist in the ruins of a forgotten past. AI voice. Dry, filled with rejection. I cannot help you. This station is part of a process to protect a secret that cannot be revealed. You must leave immediately. Each word echoed like a final command, making the space feel frozen, oppressive. The screen suddenly shut off abruptly, as if the AI wanted no more conversation. But in the dim light of the space station, Alex's group could feel that something was hidden, as if the AI wasn't just trying to make them leave, it seemed to be concealing something deep within the darkness. Kayla. Whispering, her voice laced with concern. Something's wrong. It doesn't want us to stay, but why does it feel like it's hiding something? Resolving the conflict with the AI. Alex stood firm, his gaze unwavering as he faced the AI, despite the sense that he was confronting an entity beyond comprehension. The three alien sisters stood around him, ready to support, but they, too, realized that this was no ordinary confrontation. Alex. calm but determined. We're not your enemies. We just need help. Why not give us a chance? None of us came here to sabotage anything, but if we can't access the information, this won't end well. Alex spoke with a quiet but weighty tone, not only out of necessity for their survival but because a strong curiosity was rising within him. At that moment, a flicker of light flashed on the screen, and the AI seemed to hesitate, as if contemplating, dragging out the time in an inexplicable way. Rhea. Quietly, observing the AI. Don't forget, we don't have much time. This station isn't a safe place. A soft hiss sounded, and then the AI's voice returned, still cold but now with a hint of uncertainty. AI voice. Fine, you may stay. But only if you understand that this will lead to something you cannot yet foresee. The secret of the AI's mission. The screen flickered, and then a faint image appeared, the old captain's face, staring at them from the screen, his empty eyes filled with concern. AI voice. Now weary, filled with secrecy. Your ship is no ordinary ship. It was designed for a special military mission, a space project that transcends the limits of space and time. And Alex Monroe, your name was foreseen. You did not step onto this ship by chance. The AI's words seemed to shatter the fragments Alex had been struggling to understand about himself. Unanswered questions now surged in his mind. This ship and the military mission the AI spoke of could be the key to everything. But why was Alex's name in the plan? Kayla. Panicked, looking at the screen. You're part of this plan. What happened to the ship? AI voice. Not everyone on this ship had a choice. And your mission is not something you can imagine. Leaving the space station. After the tense conversation with the AI, the ship finally began to turn back toward the vastness of space. Alex and the three sisters stood in the cockpit, looking at the screen. The expansive view of the universe gradually unfolded, with dim stars scattered across the dark sky. The space station, now swallowed by darkness, remained steadfast in place, like a reminder of the secrets yet to be uncovered. Alex. Sighing, gazing into space. We've left it behind. But that's not the end. There's so much we still don't know. Rhea. Looking out the ship's window. True. But we'll have to face it if we want to keep going. The ship glided through the vast expanse of space, opening a new path full of challenges. But in each of their hearts, one question remained: why was Alex a part of this military project? And what would they face on the journey ahead? The open ending. The ship entered unexplored space, but the vastness of the universe could not erase the feeling of unease in each of them. The story was far from over. Everything that had begun with Alex and this ship was merely the beginning of a colossal adventure they still didn't fully understand. Sylvie. Sitting quietly, her eyes fixed on the ship's screen. We just escaped one trap, but perhaps an even bigger one still waits. Alex. Tilting his head, offering a bittersweet smile. Yeah, but at least we're in this together now. The group couldn't know what lay ahead, but they had journeyed together through an unpredictable path. And ahead of them, secrets still waited to be uncovered. The journey continues. And so, the mysteries of the cosmos unfold before us, one question at a time. What lies beyond the stars? What hidden truths await us in the dark void of space? We've only just begun our adventure, and the universe is far bigger, stranger, and more wondrous than we can imagine. We've uncovered secrets, explored alien worlds, and ventured into the unknown. But the real journey? It's just starting. There are still so many mysteries to unravel, so many stories to tell, and we want you to be a part of it. So, what do you think? Are we truly alone in the universe? Or is there someone waiting for us out there? Drop a comment below and share your thoughts. Keep the conversation going, because we're just scratching the surface of what's out there. We'll be back soon with more thrilling discoveries and mind-bending revelations. Until next time, keep looking up. The truth is out there, waiting for us all to find it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. You won't want to miss what's coming next.